guys, welcome to SavvyMoneyShow. Me, your host Sean. Well, we're going to kick it off with workhorse and then see how we get on. We have some breaking news. I assume might not be news to you guys, but let's start with why we're still holding on. Now, this is why people have gone in, because it has Democrat vows to stop postal service contract with Oshkosh, and workhorse was halted. Funny how they didn't halt it on the way down. Well, not until it got really bad. But the thing is, I'll give a bearish and bullish points. Basically, the House and the government can't dictate to USPS how to run the USPS. What they can do is put someone in charge who can put their mandate in. Also, there are 3 vacancies on the board of governors at the moment. You currently have 2 Democrats and 4 Republicans, and Biden can fill those positions with Democrats, and they can remove DeJoy and then overturn the contract. But would they do that? Getting rid of DeJoy maybe, but overturning it. Remember, we still have contracts. DHL, UPS, it's the Skyward one, IKEA, so still have $500 million worth of contracts and orders for a company that's under $2 billion. Now, this is the news. With the Oshkosh USPS being blocked by the House, US senators were buying Oshkosh before the news. Now, we are looking at the... Now, remember, these senators will have known last year the result. Now, because that's when the testing finished. And it was just about announcing it. So it's quite dodgy. But still, it's nothing that someone like us can do. And we can, of course, talk about... We're going to start with Rocket. One of my picks of the earnings this week. A lot of the earnings this week have soared. If you saw Rocket, it went like a rocket, up 17% after hours. You'll see it had 140% revenue growth. It declared a $1.11 special dividend, which is equivalent to over 5%. Now, the thing is, you have to hold the stock on March 9th and you'll get paid on 23rd. I've said for a long while, this is a $40 stock. Don't forget to hit that lovely like button, and don't forget the sexy subscribe button. A lot sexier than me, just ask the wife. And if you want to be a hero, hit the bell notification. You'll be notified when a new video gets uploaded. And why not check out the links in the description below. If you're looking for a free trading platform, you get a free share worth up to £200, dollars, depending on the platform you use. If you deposit a small amount, why wouldn't you? Yeah. I'll see you in the next video. We have the Bloomberg article about Workhorse and Oshkosh, and as I said, it is ridiculous that rendering of a vehicle that is a nice vehicle got the contract over a pure EV vehicle when it is supposed to be an EV contract. If it wasn't an EV contract, fine. And it seems to me as if lobbyists of Ford, who tried to distance themselves from the contract so that it didn't become obvious, have done this, and Oshkosh have contracted them for that reason. And then at the same time, as if DeJoy has tried to make connections by giving it to Ford Oshkosh, and so that the next election round he has pull. If you remember, I spoke before about how Trump was making deals so that he could be a kingmaker and be necessary the next election round, so he would choose the next presidential election. Presidential electorate. Now, where a lot of presidents would try to do something that makes their name memorable, something special for all time, he was making his name memorable for the wrong reasons, but to give him power in the future. And you see here, Biden's airstrikes target Iran-backed militias in Syria. I think he's trying to start off to show he's a strong president. Clickstream, who I spoke about, announces significant balance sheet. As I said before, 3 million in assets, less than 100,000 in current liabilities. Coinbase reveals profit in direct listing. Filing on Bitcoin boom. Basically, they've gone from a loss to a profit. Now, we've had a few red days, haven't we? People have been saying, is it a correction or is it a crash? I've been warning for the past month or so how you need to consolidate your cash, how things are getting a bit too high. And remember, last year when everyone was warning of a crash, I said there isn't going to be a crash. So I'm not someone who says this lightly. But you had margin debt at all-time highs. By all-time highs, I mean ever. You had the forward PE of the S&P 500 at the highest it's ever been without crashing. You know, you had blowout earnings and companies doing nothing from it because they already had these blowout earnings factored in. You know, these companies were having perfect situations factored in. As we all know, everything always goes according to plan. And as I stated in my what if videos, you just need one thing, one spark to knock it back down. Do I think it's going to be a full-on crash? No. I think it's going to be a correction. I hope it is, because what we need is a few of these corrections where we can buy up, get a few dip buys to avoid a 70% crash. Now, it went down to 13.11. I think it will hit 1250. I don't think it'll hit 1100s, but what do I know? I'm just an idiot on the internet. And I would like to know your opinion. Have you got cash aside? Are you buying up companies? I'm looking at Corsair again. If I was buying it at $39, $40, why wouldn't I buy it at 36? The Sumo Capital, I bought less. I originally bought in less than it is now. It's got no debt on its books. I sold out when it had its run up, and now is the time to go buy back in. It's companies like that, companies with no debt on their books, companies with good growth, companies people are avoiding that will come back. Do not go for the companies that you're looking to swing trade. Your swing trade positions should be wkhs, SQQQ and QQQ when it starts to recover. You should be looking at your long-term positions that you missed out on now and using these as the time to buy. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. That's all for now.